Hello everyone. It hasn't been long, I know. I've been like on the road simply because I get excited, after the beeswax and what I'm gonna do with it, and then I realize I can do other things that I always want to do. So making soap bar is one of them. So I've been let me say, I tried to do it like a few years back, let's just say 8 years ago. I tried to make it and then I gathered all the equipment and then I realized I didn't know how to get lye from the market. Like, I do not know what lye is back then. Even though I studied chemistry and things like that, doesn't mean that I know where to get or access them from the shop sort of like perspective. And then recently I found out that at Coles they sell lye. There you go. It's called sodium hydroxide. So yeah, so last night I spent a lot of time making this lovely baby, all cover up and in an incubation sort of like state. This is what I call cold baited soap. So yeah, so now I just don't know what it's like. That's why I'm kind of scared. Open it and see what's in there. So it could be a failure. I didn't do properly or anything like that. So I did follow Elly Everyday's sort of like channel. She is an Australian soap maker. So she, technically speaking, she's doing a lot of soap tutorial for beginner. Yeah. So I tweak her recipe a little bit and make it authentically what with all the ingredient I have from the land, from my backyard, and then just use them in this particular recipe. So I put my recipe down in the description area, but the ingredient itself is actually authentically came from me. So that's why I said this is the first time ever that I'm making soap. So if it turned out bad, you know what to do, and I might just improve it, or you can give me idea how to improve making soap. So now let's have a look closely. Undo the mold. So let's undo the wrap. So I wrapped it really slowly with the hand towel or tea towel, and I put the oldest one on the inside simply because just in case something happens, and because this is not a proper soap mold. I got this from Kmart. I realized that Kmart become my best friend now because I can get all these amazing bamboo boxes that I think is absolutely perfect for soap making. I feel a little bit sticky. Let me put on some gloves. And believe me, last night is actually more sticky. Like it's sticky and it's everywhere. And because you work with sodium hydroxide, what I did was that I put on glove and gargoyle, and you know what? I missed a bit, and therefore there's like on my chopwood there's a little bit burn, erosion on my bamboo chopstick. I didn't actually have the baking sheet, like baking paper for the mold. So I use glad wrap. That's the worst decision ever. Next time I will get the bait wrap. Let's have a look here. Let's pour this. Wow, okay. It smells amazing. If you're wondering what these are like mandarin skin. So I dried it last year. So I was saving it for like a herbal tea, and it actually smell amazing. So I didn't have the lid for this one, so I used a simple cardboard box for it. I was expecting the aloe vera to turn out green, but for some strange reason it's all turning out purplish sort of like color. That is weird. Like that is absolutely weird. Like weird. It's like a weird chemical sort of like reaction, because the aloe vera is actually white and it turned pink, and then now it's turning brown. So let's do this. Like I said, because this is not a proper mold, anything could happen. I'll just might as well put this one back and see if I can bang it open. Oh, it's come off. It smells nice. Okay. It turned out like a soap, I think. Way better than I thought. Let's undo this. I'm getting excited. So this is the reason why we need to use a proper baking sheet, because I noticed that the glad wraps stick to it and create unwanted like pattern. Like if you look at closely here, like it just stick to the mold, and it just turn out some of the plastic stick on it that I didn't like, the glad wrap. And you're wondering why I don't have baking paper, simply because I'm not a baking person. I'm not very good at baking, so I might just, when I cut these, I might just remove it better. But you can see here, just peeling it up is actually quite a challenge, and I think I'm just ruining the shape of it. Oh no. Next time we'll have to use the other one. No! First attempt failure. But the pattern on the side is not so bad. See? It's actually quite good. I was surprised. So, it look like this. Let me have a look. Like, I don't know. This is like 1 kilo, okay? 1 kilo of soap. The color didn't actually work properly. Like I said, it's a weird sort of like brownish color. So with a knife, I don't know how big I'm gonna be, but anyway, just gonna go for that side, I think. First cut right down. So the color didn't actually going down as much, but look at this. First piece of soap ever. And of course I'm going to remove all this plastic, so this hasn't been dry completely yet. Oh, okay, it's winding down the bottom. First piece ever, like ever. Just probably say. Second piece. And the smell is amazing. So I do use some essential oil in here. I use ylang, lemongrass essential oil. I'm going to leave it dry like this for a while. Make sure it's clean. It's quite a satisfying sort of like feeling. I don't know how to describe it. It's like you baking cake, and I'm not a baking person, so this is like a cold baked cake. It's really, 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 oh, this feels really nice. And now I'll cut the rest and I'll show you afterwards. So there you have it. I'm gonna I already cut them all of them. Of course, there's some dodgy one that didn't actually, I don't have a soap cutter, so I just estimate and cut so it look uneven, but who cares, you know, it's first attempt, and it's actually turned out really, really well, and the smell is actually quite amazing, like the smell of the sweet bay leaf. So if you have some bay leaf in your backyard and you don't know what to do with it, so just might as well oil infuse it and then use them to make this yummy, not yummy, lovely sweet smelling soap. So what I do is that, like I said, I use the lemongrass on the land that we grow, same with the bay leaf from our own property. The oil I use coconut oil, the one that you get from the, I don't know the terminology for it. It's actually solid at a room temperature, so I use that soap. So I use also the some of the essential oil, lemongrass essential oil, if I want that, simply because the bay leaf sweet smell is just overpowering. So therefore I use the lemongrass in it to balance it out. So I did add in a little bit of ylang, sort of like a scent. So, and the mandarin's peels smell is actually really amazing. Like on the top, when you can smell it, it's a really sweet cinnamon soap. It's not a smell that I like it yet, but who knows. So if you're interested, the recipe is down there, and I'm also gonna put a link for Elly everyday, so like soap making soap do down there. So like I said, I use 100% aloe vera, so there's no water in this recipe. So the aloe vera is actually came from our property as well. So I hope this soap gonna turn out amazing and feel amazing when it's ready to use. So I'm gonna dry them for the next 12 weeks, maybe longer, because if I cut them smaller, oh wait a minute, I might cut it smaller and see if it dries faster, you know. But yeah, I'll let you know next time. So have a lovely day. That's what I want to share with you guys. I'm getting excited. So if you have any tip or anything like that, how to or another recipe for soap making, send it to me. I would love to do the lavender one next time, like during spring when we harvest our own lavender. Otherwise, if there any tip, let me know. I don't know where to get the mould in Perth, Western Australia, but I will look around. Yeah, see you then.